Many moons ago, I did a video on the gutted Oblivion Arena questline, and in that video I discussed how the reason for its destruction was that Bethesda had run out of space on the Xbox 360 game disc, which was still using DVD-ROMs instead of the superior Blu-ray that PS3 had adopted. But a common question that has come up around this is, why did they cut the arena when there was all this useless junk instead? And the reason is actually a good one. Well, I think it's a good one at least. And that reason is, good luck finding it all. As someone who spent a significant amount of time scouring Oblivion's BSA folders on the desperate hunt for specific meshes, textures, and interesting voice lines, one thing I've learned is that it's a nightmare.
You'll have to be very careful in there. There's no telling what you may encounter.
Oblivion has so many unique meshes, copies of other files, slight variations, and determining what's important and what's junk is an obscene task. Especially with voice files, which are labeled like this. Why the fuck did they do this? This is terrible. And the last thing you want to do is delete something thinking it's just for testing, only to release the game and find out some random object in a side quest is now missing, and all your players are falling into the abyss. But by deleting a specific environment entirely, you're actually solving that problem, albeit backwards. You know exactly what the arena files are used for, and you know exactly how to find them. And most importantly, you know if you delete it all, the only experience it will affect is the arena. Now, some of you might point to all the additional test rooms that are left over, but deleting these rooms won't actually give you much space. After all, almost all these rooms use normal assets that can't be deleted, and the space you'll save on the bit of code that says what goes where is negligible. Which means you'd still need to find something else to get rid of. And that's also ignoring the fact that many of these test rooms were likely still in use at the time, and even used again after its release for the expansions. Even though they don't seem like much now, they still played a crucial role through development.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
But all of this, of course, leaves us with one big question. Why didn't they have enough time? And that answer is pretty simple. It's because this issue didn't become apparent until they were near the end. After all, the majority of game development is just building everything up. Grayboxing, coding, texturing, and it's only in the final stretch does it really start coming together. Now, whether or not this could have been predicted is another thing. But it wasn't. And that actually might have been a good thing. Because even though we like to think about what Bethesda could have done better, it also could have been worse. After all, they were still able to save the core concepts of the questline itself. For all we know, if they went into this knowing there wouldn't be enough space, there'd be no questline at all. Take a look at Skyrim's arena questline. That was gutted entirely, and only fragments hidden within the game's files remain. But if you want to learn more about what was removed from the game, you can watch my arena video here. Or if you want to learn more about the testing halls, I have a whole video on that as well. I'll see you guys there. Goodbye.